In terms of product innovation, does this go hand in hand with energy reduction, and how do you measure it?
Yes, we would see product innovation as the most important aspect for tackling climate change. Innovation for Samsung is where solutions to the world's problems in communication, etc., are coming thick and fast. So we have developed technology. If you look at our industry, a television 10 years ago weighed 10 times as much and used 10 times the amount of energy as a television you buy today. So that gives you some idea of the technological advances. Our mobile phones, for instance, are multifunctional devices. They have made other products redundant. I was discussing earlier the video conferencing as an option. Now from your mobile phone, you can click on a key which links you to a monitor, so that what you see on your mobile phone, you see on a monitor. And you can press a Skype button and you can Skype somebody from a monitor which the room can see. So all the technology that we've had in the past, our developments are pushing those boundaries, and we are seeing this going hand in hand with our designers. So recently we did a carbon footprint of our flagship phones, and the Galaxy S2 to the Galaxy S3, which is a 9-month gestation period, we saw a 22% reduction in energy use over the life. Advancement in battery technology, although the Galaxy S3 was larger, it actually had less materials and less mass than the previous phone. And that, because we sell so many of those phones, was equivalent to, say, taking 18,000 cars off the road. We've also broken into new sectors with new technologies. So we have an eco-bubble washing machine that uses foam instead of water. And this means that you can wash at lower temperatures. So we can get similar effects at 30 degrees when washing machines would traditionally have to wash at 60 or 40 degrees with the same performance and using less water as a resource. So yes, technology really is where we see fantastic steps forward.
So Bill, to achieve those sort of results that Samsung clearly are doing and have done, how has this supported your suppliers in tackling climate change?
Yes, for a number of years we have worked with suppliers maybe on the environment side with 14,001, and of our top 3,500 suppliers, over 500 suppliers now have signed up to 14,001. And this year Samsung achieved ISO 50001, the energy management system, and we've launching this year a program to roll that out to, again, our key suppliers, so we can introduce that sort of management system to those companies. And we've already started with a handful of companies that have taken it on board, and over the next few years we hope to follow the same sort of program as the ISO 14001.
Brilliant. So, I mean, as well as obviously, suppliers, but what developments do you feel have helped industry partners, therefore, reduce the energy demand specifically?
Yes, Samsung Electronics and Samsung globally have a number of products which are vital to this sector. In our heavy industries side, we have major wind turbine technology. We provide complete solutions with offshore wind turbines of 7 megawatts and onshore wind turbines of 2.5 megawatts. We also have a big solar panel photovoltaic cells product range, which we link with our battery technologies. And we're also advancing in battery technologies, again, from what you would see as your classic battery through to bendable batteries, so we can actually fit them into the shapes of our products. And again, year on year, developing with software, we are reducing we're increasing the ability of the batteries and reducing the demand of the appliances on those batteries. So those are key areas. I think also a hot topic at the moment are server centres, and we provide memory for server centres, and over the last 6 years, every year we have reduced the energy consumption of our semiconductor chips 30% a year, and doubled the memory capacity year on year.
Mass storage devices.
Yes, for that will go into server centres.
Great. So, sorry, I was just going to say, I mean, this is fantastic, but it leads very nicely into my next question, which is what the opportunities are for, for new businesses in tackling, climate change.
Yes, again, I think the most effective is when we produce products that the consumer buys for because of their abilities. But we do actually break and are breaking ground in some new technology areas. For instance, our television, I think we're #1 in the world for televisions, and we've actually developed a television which will fit into a clear glass screen, so you can view it and also look through it. And there's natural light that can be used, so from a television's usual energy use, it can be significantly reduced because it uses the light of the room. So there is some very exciting possibilities going forward. We have introduced things to the market that have not necessarily been successful. We have had photovoltaic mobile phones, photovoltaic netbooks, but sometimes they do cost more, obviously, the development of the technology. So we are there. We have the ability to push some of these forward. We are most successful when it is tied in with a product that is in demand. And although in saying that, our Galaxy S4 was voted the Green Mobile of the Year by ISA. So even in our our premium products, we are still achieving those, and I think that's probably where we would see our best growth, is where we can continue to reduce the demand on how much battery power is needed, where we can increase multifunctionality, where we can engage and connect with other devices in your home. So
well, that's a great accolade, Bill, particularly in such a competitive environment. But with all this, there is a sort of an obvious question I'd like to finish on. But do you actually have any setbacks with innovation?
Where we would possibly see the benefits or the opportunities is, I think also mentioned previously, if we have stable government investments, stable government policies, and we have regulations, EU regulations, etc., that are consistent and don't change, we can then build products again and again and again to significantly reduce our environmental impact. When there is volatility in legislation and in policy, that really is our biggest issue. So, and also from Samsung globally, things like our wind turbines, our solar panels, etc., they benefit again from consistent government policy. That really helps. And if those change, subsidies are given, taken away, it's a lot harder to push into those markets.
Well, let's hope, therefore, that the framework for legislation is very much sort of put in place during this year's COP19 in Warsaw. But Bill, thank you very much for joining me. It's been very useful insight. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.